cocktail is being made with one of the most misunderstood and underappreciated spirits that there is. In fact, the fact that it's a secret makes it affordable for all the rest of us. I'm talking about sherry. Now, before you click off and head for the hills, I'm not really talking about that super sweet sherry that your great aunt keeps in a sideboard cupboard for the vicar when he calls once a year, or experiences that you might have had with sherry drinkers in a brown paper bag sitting out on the corner of the street. Sherry is a fortified wine. It comes from Andalusia, Spain, for the most part. It's made from white grapes. The Palomino variety is what it's called, and there's different kinds. There's Fino and Manzanilla. They're very light, light in taste. They're very dry. Amontillado, a cask of Amontillado. And Oloroso, which is what we're going to be working with today. Much heavier. They're allowed to oxidize in the cask. Really complex, great depth of flavor, and they are delicious. And we're going to make a sherry cobbler. The cobbler was first created in the 1830s. It's almost 200 years old, and it was famous really for three things. Well, apart from tasting really good, it was the drink that really brought the New England ice trade to the world, because ice suddenly started to be put in cocktails. We talked a little bit about that last week with the mint julep. It was the first cocktail that was actually shaken, and it was the first cocktail that used this. That's right, the drinking straw first appeared in a cocktail in the sherry cobbler. Now, the real master of the sherry cobbler, who made it a sensation, was an amazing bartender and mixologist, Martha King. In 1828, she opened Niblo's Garden, which was a very, very famous restaurant and bar in Soho in New York City. And as I said, she was the one who really put it on the map. Some people think she might have created it, but as always with cocktails, the origin is kind of a little bit nebulous. One of the New York papers from the 1830s said, "The sherry cobbler from her dainty hand was something specially inviting and created an involuntary relish for that seductive and not altogether innocent beverage." In their day, Herman Melville, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Mark Twain, Henry James all featured the sherry cobbler in their writings, but perhaps the most famous reference was when Charles Dickens visited the United States on his American tour in 1842. Now, at the end of that tour, Dickens came away from the United States disgusted with everything that he had seen and discouraged, from spittoons to slavery, as he said. And he actually featured the drink and a seething commentary of American social life in Martin Chuzzlewit. "Let me share this Dickens with you. Martin took the glass with an astonished look, applied his lips to the reed, cast up his eyes once in ecstasy. He paused no more until the goblet was drained to the last drop." Sounds good, doesn't it? Let's make it right now. Okay, let's get to making this fantastic, fantastic cocktail. As I said, it was the first one that was made in a shaker. I have a brand new shaker. I'm pretty excited about it. First time I've used it. What you want to do with this drink is take some seasonal fruit, first of all. So I've got some sliced peaches, because peaches are in season now. I've got a couple of treasured raspberries, the last of the raspberries, and I've got some strawberries, and I'm going to add that. We're going to put that into our cocktail shaker. Now, we want to add a tablespoon of our dear old friend simple syrup. Got the bar spoon. We're just going to put, or that's a teaspoon actually, not a tablespoon. That would just be too sweet. There's a teaspoon. We're putting that right in there. We want to take our spurtle, our muddler, and just open up that fruit. Just break it up again. We want to get those delicious, the strawberry and the raspberry and the peach. We want to taste that in the drink. Beautiful. There we are. Now, we want to fill that shaker with ice. That looks pretty darn good. Got a lot of ice in there. And now we're going to add 3 ounces. This is for my friend Constance, because she likes it so much. This particular sherry is walnut brown. It's an Oloroso. It's a beautifully rich, beautiful flavor. So we're going to put in, let's put in 3 ounces of that. So there's 1.5 ounces. There's 1, and there's 1.5 ounces, and that makes it 3. Fantastic. And then we're going to find the top to our shaker. Here we go. And we're going to shake it. Really get it going, because we want to open up that fruit even more. So give it a really good shake. Woo! Now, let's get it into the glass. Oh, I love this new shaker. Oh, that fruit, the peaches and everything, the strawberries, I can smell it. And with our Hawthorne strainer, finally got one, Collins glass full of fresh ice, and let us just look at the color of that. Isn't that remarkable? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Love it. For garnish, let us put in, there's a bit of peach, there's a raspberry, and a strawberry. Just set that right on the top. And the drinking straw. Let's give it a taste. Thank you, Martha King. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Don't be afraid of sherry. Embrace it. It's a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic fortified wine. Remember, COVID-19 may drive you to drink. Do not let it drive you to drink and drive. Cheers. Oh, the peaches just make such a difference. It's delicious.